Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Angel Martinez, and let's queer up trans rights. Trans women shut down Dr. Phil's anti-trans talking points on national TV. A powerful moment unfolded on Dr. Phil's talk show when a black trans woman, Blossom Brown, boldly pushed back against anti-trans rhetoric. In a conversation about transgendered athletes, Brown argued that trans people should be absolutely included in sports, reminding the audience that even cisgendered athletes have variations in body chemistry and bone density. She said, quote, "I think it's very dangerous when we put all women in a position to be tested to prove that they're not trans," end quote. Slamming former President Donald Trump's executive order banning trans athletes from women's sports, she continued, quote, "You're only signing for 0.0002 of the population. You are subjecting all women, whether they're cis or trans, to rigorous tests to prove that they're not trans in order for them to play," end quote. Dr. Phil countered, claiming trans athletes might threaten, but Blossom wasn't having it. She replied, quote, "Respectfully, Dr. Phil, I'm going to need you to have several seats. Trans women, again, are women. What you're showing me are male statistics, and trans women are not males," end quote. She called Dr. Phil for spreading conservative propaganda, saying he's, quote, "drunk the Kool-Aid and gotten lost in the sauce," end quote. After the episode, online support for Blossom started pouring in. This is why more people aren't watching sports, right? The sports, sometimes are not as inclusive to the LGBTQ plus community, and it's just very unfortunate. I think these clapbacks are necessary. They're necessary, to defend trans women, to defend, the transgender community in sports, right? That's like a big propaganda that's being spread. That's a big just. It's purposely trying to hurt our community, and I just don't think it's fair.
Now, if we started testing men to see if they're really men, we see how fast they get rid of all the testing, because most men don't want to be tested.
Yeah.
with or without the little blue pill. Yeah.
With anything. Listen,
Yeah.
Dr. Phil's an asshole. How about that? Okay. That's how I will say, all right? Dr. Phil is, yes, he's got a PhD in psychology, right? But he gave up his license in 2006. He is an entertainer. Okay. And right now he is definitely spreading misinformation. That's what he's doing. He's helping the right. He's doing the misinformation rhetoric that they want all of you to believe. That's basically what's happening. Dr. Phil allegedly beat his wife. He shouldn't be the one that we go to for information on trans rights, on trans lives, on the trans experience, on nothing LGBTQ plus. We should be going to Dr. Phil for some help.
He's no role model. Anybody.
He isn't.
No.
He isn't. So, yeah. And listen, Miss Blossom Brown, I'm following you, girl. I love when you told him, I'm going to need for you to take a couple seats.
Yeah.
I added a bad word after that in my mind. Okay. But you're a badass. And he needed that. He wasn't expecting for you to call him out on his shh. All right. And you did it so beautifully. And we commend you and we applaud you. Applaud, 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 applaud. That is the big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support